Hi, this is Allie from Allie Cat's Crafts, and I'm here to show you the cards that I made from the Mountain Majesties May 2025 kit. So I don't do the cards exactly like it says on there because I like to do extras. So it came with 9 cards, 3 of them that will look like this, 3 that will look like this, and 3 that look like this. The thing is, there's so many pieces in this one that it's crazy. I mean, there's so much in there that we could do anything with it, which is really cool. The stamps that came with it are these ones. It says, "You mean the world to me. To a wonderful man, I love you. Best dad ever. You're the greatest. Happy Father's Day and happy birthday." So I used a few of those stamps. Oh, and I love these birds, by the way. I did it on almost every single card. So when I did the alterations. So I brought in some other things to do with this kit. So I had some old kits that people had given me, like something from 2019. This kit, a little smile. I guess a little smile. This just was supposed to be a little smile. It had all these fun things in here. Okay, and I also brought in Sending Good Thoughts, which I never did this kit, 2022. On My Mind, that kit. I had a friend just give me stuff because she didn't want it anymore. So I had all these extra kits that I pulled in to make these cards. I watch Allie's Creations on YouTube, and she's amazing. I'm doing a shout out for her. Go check her out. She teaches so many awesome things, and she taught me about doing this. So here's some of the pieces from this kit that I still have left. So you'll see when I show you the cards, you'll see all these things in here. Okay? All these different things. It's a palm tree and a bottle. Okay, so I just want to show you that first off. Then I also I got some dies that I pulled in that I found. Had some sailboats, and I didn't use any of this, but there was all this available. But I've done this in just regular cards by itself, so I was excited to pull that back out and use it when Allie's Creations showed me what to do. So it's pretty amazing. So I'm going to show you, oh wait, I have one more thing I want to show you. This stamp set was recommended, and I used these mountains, and I used this tree a lot, and this tree. So, and I used this when I die cut this mountain, which I could show you. So I took out and I stamped it. So you die cut it first, then you stamp over it with the stamps, and you can see the stamps right here. You can see they've been well loved and well used. So that's the stamp set. You can kind of see what it is that I used. So I did many other things, but those are the most things I used the most. So I'm going to show you the cards that I made, and they're pretty cool. And like I said, Allie's Creations inspired me. So this one, it's a happy birthday card. Wishing the happiest of birthdays. That was another stamp set that I pulled out from Stampin' Up. Let me see. Here it is right here. Has many sayings about birthdays and stuff. So I kind of went through a lot of my different things, different stamps, and pulled out all kinds of stuff. So I made one of those cards. And then I did this one. And I decorated the insides of all my cards. Okay? So those are the first few. And then remember I showed you the mountains? That's the ones I stamped back here. And I used the birds, and I popped up part of that. You know, I did some of the stuff there. And I decorated the inside, of course. And here's another one. I made 2 of those. Okay? Like I said, I got 30 cards out of this whole kit. So I did this one. That's the inside. I made 2 of these cards. And I did all happy birthday because I do this thing for my church. I make cards for the church, for the men and the women, and anniversary cards. So I always make a lot of cards for that. So I made 2 of these. This one's Thinking of You. So I took half So the card bases came in one big thing, and it had images on both sides. So I cut it in half, and I cut half of the half. So I was able to get out of one card base 4 cards out of this one. Maybe 2, because this came out of half of it, so that's 2. So you can see those 2. And then the other half of it was this, so 3 cards. And it opens up like that. See? And then I cut some trees out of some more die cuts that I had. It's another stamp set. I think that was I don't have it offhand, but it was another one. Let me look. I have a lot of my stamp stuff right here. I think I put it away, but it had Christmas trees in it, and that's what I used, the Christmas trees. Okay, so I made 2 of those. This one's Happy Birthday for a wonderful man. Okay, and then I made 1 of these cards. My go-to is to do several pieces like this. I love doing that. Happy birthday, wishing you the happiest birthday, and a little tree on there. And so almost all of these are birthday cards because I made them for church. And this was 2 of these ones. And I took and I cut these 1 inch apart, and I did the black background, and then did a blue, and then the white card base. And then I cut a piece of paper back there and put twine on it, and then did the punch that's called Labeled with Love. Okay? So those are those. And then I decided I was going to do green. Now this one's really cool. I did 2 of these. You're the greatest. There's the inside. So I did 2 of those. And I did 2 of these, which I love. Now this one goes like this. Hope you have the best birthday. And here's the second one, 2 of those. Okay, and then I made 2 of these, which is the gatefold bookbinding one. So, and then I took the envelope. I used the envelopes too. And I embossed it and did another layer to put that on. And embossed that. So I did 2 of those. And they're the same. Okay? And then I did 2 of these, which is another one. So I love doing this, cutting them apart. When I sit in my she shed, sometimes I go, what am I going to do today? I don't know. So this is the envelope. You can kind of see the line there. So I use the envelopes. I use every piece out of this kit. That's how I get more cards. Okay, so I'm going to show you the sailboat ones. So I made this one out of that one kit, out of the things. See, that came out of the kit, out of the thing, that one. And these were die cut from that die cut. And the kit came with vellum too. So I put a little seatbelt there. See a boat there. And then there's this one. They're all a little bit different. If you look at them, slightly different. I don't know if you could see them all on the camera, but there they are. So I showed you that one. And then there's this one. This one has 3 little boats on the waves. And I took and I pieced it together. Like I cut off part of the ground, the thing, so I could get more waves. And then I took a circle of paper and I put ink on it and just kind of rubbed it on there. And that's how I got the sun to show up. And the sun's behind this sailboat. Happy birthday. Of course, I showed you that one already. And they're all pretty much the same on the insides. But when I do my cards, I like to decorate the inside of the cards, and I do the envelopes. I'll show you that in a bit. So this one, now Allie's Creations, she's amazing. You have to go watch her videos. She takes nothing and makes something. So this is the envelope. This piece right here. And then I took all the pieces that I had in there and I stamped all around. That's what she showed me. I did mine a little bit different because I didn't have the same supplies she had. But then I decorated the inside. Okay, so it's that one. And this one's a little bit different. I did more seashells on here with the seahorses, and I stamped the seahorses in the background. Just the seashells. Then I did this one right here. See the seagull with the birds, happy birthday, and the palm trees out in the desert. This is the envelope, and this is the desert part. Now, I had cut apart some of my other ones to make more ocean, so I pieced this all together to make this card. I put a palm tree there. Then I got to the end, and I'm going, well, I don't know what else to do. I only have little scraps. So I decided to do a herringbone. And that's interesting because you start out by putting 2 strips right here. And you have a piece of blue paper in the background. It's usually a 4 by 5 1/4. Because your cards are always 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So you cut that down 1/4 of an inch. And then you take, and I leave like a little over 1/8 of an inch. Almost I would say 1/4 of an inch in between each section. Sorry about that. I need to drink water. And I started out doing this right here first. Then I went to the top. Then I went over here. And then I went down again. And then over. Down. I watched a video on YouTube on how to do this. So it was kind of cool. Very simple, very easy. I did a tree. So I had 2 different card bases. They're half of them, but weren't quite half. But I had scraps, so I was able to make this. Okay, and here's this one. So, and then I decorated them. There's like gold sequences I get from Stampin' Up. And Allie taught me something very incredible. Diamond dots. Look at that. That is so cool. So those are my cards, and here's the envelopes. So I always decorate my envelopes. So that's the front. That's the back. And then I made the sailboat one's got a sailboat. And that. Then I did the tree on the front and birds. And then I did for the mermaid ones, or the under the sea ones, the seaweed. So that's what I did. 30 cards out of a kit that should have only done 9. And I had fun. I watched a lot of different YouTubes, and a lot of times I come with my own ideas, but I get ideas from others. I don't do it exact 90% of the time, but I do kind of close and go, oh, I like that idea. So thank you for listening to me, and hope you enjoyed my creations. Have a good evening. Bye.